Hi there, part B of day 4. So I was able to, if you've watched the first part, you know the dramatic cliffhanging ending to part A. And I was able to successfully get the glue off my pad. Here's a new glue stick. That other one was right down to the little nub anyways. So yeah, it all worked out. My goodness. All right. Purple glue is quite unnerving to me. Oh, I really like that. And so it casually is sticking out a little bit. There we go. Now, Nancy puts a little pocket here that's blank on the back. And then she makes a little notepad from Vintage Ephemera. So what I decided to do, at first I was going to use this as my pocket. It's actually an old seed envelope, and it still had the seeds inside it. They spilled everywhere. I think there's one still left in there. They're like the size of little poppy seeds. Anyhow, I've changed my mind. I don't want this to be the pocket. I was thinking I want this to be the little notepad that I put in it. But now I'm thinking I do want it to be the pocket because it's just so pretty. I just don't know if there's any point in saving. Mind you, if I glue it down good and solid, that will be good. I'm going to open it up and glue it. I am. See, I want to be able to save these little ends that were torn open. I'm going to open it up this way. And you might think, Catherine, what on earth are you doing? But again, I don't want it to buckle any more than it already is. So this is how I'm going to glue it all together so it just becomes a pocket. Let's glue this side down. I've been wondering what I'd use this for, so I'm happy to be using it. I do have newer. You can get really pretty seed envelopes at Dollar Tree. Especially this time of year, go find them. You can get, I think it's like 5 envelopes for the price of, up here now it's $1.50 tree. But I think it's 5 or 8 envelopes of seeds for $1.50, and they're very pretty. Now I just want to glue this little flip up where the paper was torn. I want it glued down. You know what? Now I'm wondering, for all that, I think I still am going to glue it onto some cardstock. I do. Yeah, is that wide enough? That's not wide enough. I need some wider. Hold on. Let's find some more. This will work. I'll just glue that onto there, like that. I'm still glad I glued the inside. because now it'll lay down flatter. Mind you, it's going to be really thick and heavy. I didn't think this out. Let's see if this is, let me rethink this all. Oh, you're a mucky mess. I'm going to put that back on its side. Now, let me think out loud here. So if I put you here and I glue you down good, are you going to hold in? You really are going to hold in. That will hold it in. Yeah, you know what? I'm full circle thought process. So I need this and this. Halifax Seed Company. How cool is that? This was in a tin, an empty tin, tea tin, and it was just chock full. It was in with the recipes where I got this. And there were a few calendar pages inside from the 1940s. It was just spectacular. I wanted the tin for my kitchen, and I didn't know that it was full of recipes till I got home, because I had to pry the lid off. The lid had rusted shut, and that was just as delightful as the tin, to find all those recipes. Yeah, there we go. So now I've got to make a little notepad for in there. So I'm going to need to go through my ephemera and find something that would be a cool little notepad. So hold on. Okay, so what I found was this cute little thank you card. And it's pink, and I think that plays up on, there's some pink flowers on the Summer Savory. And I think if I make a little notepad out of that, then it's almost like the little kitten is looking down at the flowers, maybe watching bees and butterflies. So I'm going to leave it as a card, but I am going to make some pages to put inside from this steno paper. So let's get going. Bring out this noisy thing. I apologize for how noisy it is, but it does the trick. Now, how wide do I want it? I want it not quite as... Let's see, there. I still can't get over I stamped my glue stick onto my stamp pad. Talk about that being just a second nature to you, to us junk journalers. I'm just making that same size. That will give me a good many pages. There we go. And I'm going to fold it in half. I liked this steno paper as well because the lines are pink. And of course the little kitten has pink detailing on it. Now it's probably too wide. Yeah, a little bit. I'm just going to take a bit off. There we go. Oh boy, sorry about that. I know that when it slaps down, it's a loud noise. Now this will make it look a little more finished. I'm just going to take the corners off those papers. And then I'm going to, my cutting board fell down on my feet here, so I'm just moving it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just sew my pages into my little book. Oh, I think I've got enough thread already on this. Wonderful. All right. I'm just going to freehand this. It's so little and it just needs to be easy going. If you just hold it in place, it will do its thing. So I'm going to go through the center. I'm going to give myself a bit of a hole there because I'm going to have to come back through there. Leave yourself a tail because you're going to have to tie it. And now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to poke my hole first. And that way I can come back through it. There we go. So you're going to do that. It's just a pamphlet stitch. And I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to poke out again. There we go. Down to there, and then back through that hole again. And come out on the other side of this thread. There we go. And just tie these in a knot. Make sure you don't have any tangles in your thread that you didn't know about. I've done that before. There we go. I like those a little bit long because then you can tell that that really was a hand-sewn little pamphlet. Yeah, let's move some of these things out of the way and bring our page back. So there's our little pamphlet. I'm leaving this as a card so that you know exactly what this was in its previous life. I love the little pink lines that are on this old vintage steno paper. And there's several pages in there. And if the new owner wants, they can take an X-Acto blade and just run it across the top there, and that will give them several more pages for writing on. But in the meantime, we're just going to tuck you in there like that. You can peek out over the top. Look how cute. So now I've got to figure out what pages these are. Where's my... Okay, so this was page 15. Page 15. And that's the one that we have a tuck spot there. And we have a tuck spot up there for a little one if we want. That's kind of cool. And then this is page 16. Page whatever that is. And page, I wonder if there was any sewing on this. You know what, I guess I should turn on my, you know what, let me turn it on again. I bet, knowing Nancy, it got sewn. I can't see. Nancy, your hand's in the way. Move your hand, Nancy. Oh, she's making the cute little notepad. Oh, she does sew it. She does sew it. I almost missed one. Oh. So that will sew right through there. All right, hold on. I got to go sew. Okay. So I did some stitching around here. So you can see on this side, there's my stitching. There's my little, what I chose to use is my paper hanging over the edge, glued down, so that'll stick out, which I love, sticky outy things in journals. And here's my tuck spot that I made from seed envelope, a vintage one. This is probably the 1940s. Everything else in that recipe tin that I found was 1940s. Where is it? Oh, I think I've still got it downstairs. I would have shown it to you for the Morse's Tea Company, which is a Nova Scotia tea company. And then we made this little notebook here. So that little kitty is going back here. I think I got it all done. I'm going to have to rewatch and see if I missed anything. I think I got all my notes down, and I even gave myself times for where I pause and begin. But we made our faux envelope to look like I used an envelope. Upwards tuck, flat, little fabric tie with a safety pin, not a bulb pin, a little safety pin. Come on. You're not gonna. Oh, come on. There we go. So, little bit of lace, a little dangly pearl. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So, where's the rest of my little book? So, 15 and 16. Meet the rest of your buddies now. Oh boy, uh-oh. Uh-oh. My traveler's notebook is like me. It's got a little bit of pandemic pudge that it's put on. But you know what? I'm liking how this looks, and it's completely coincidental, but I'm liking there's green here with some flowers. There's green there that I'm seeing. There's flowers and green here. That's totally a fluke. So I'm just picking every single day and not necessarily looking at what I've done the day before. So that worked out nice. I'm really happy. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying my little version of making Nancy's Traveler's Notebook. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.